So here we are, Frank, and just sitting here in the drawing room with one of your art banners. I should actually introduce you, shouldn't I? So it's frank.xarate.
Mhm.
Close. Now you
Yes.
say it.
Sarate.
Okay. More oomph with it.
Yeah.
And I'm Durk Dehner, the co-founder of the foundation, and we're here today doing an exit interview with frank.xarate. And Frank has been here for almost 3 months, and he has been creating a plethora. A plethora is a word that means a lot.
Mhm.
You've created a lot of work, and
Yes.
and we discovered that when you were having your exhibition, in that there was so much work that people could acquire.
Yes.
But this is sort of special, these banners, because they really represent your journey to Joshua Tree.
Mhm.
And why don't you tell us what the symbolism is on here?
It's a journey, like you say, between. I think it's like an experience geographical from this house to Joshua Tree and all the experience I have. But I think essentially that idea comes from the Joshua Tree. When I was there, I was like very like I don't know how to say in English, like
It impacted you.
yeah, because I never have been in a desert in my life. And then I was, oh my God, this is a beautiful place, the silence. And then, I was visiting some museums in Palm Spring, and there's one museum I really love from called Agua Caliente Museum, and I really like all the handcraft art from the indigenous people, from the Coahuila people. I think is okay. And I see this serpent, geometrical serpent, and I fall in love with that, the way they made this. So in the going back here, I was thinking about this story about the desert as a presence, as an entity that is alive like us, and what kind of things it can happen when we are not there, you know what I mean?
So your vantage point as an artist seems to be have a really strong mystical level.
Yes, I like that. I think if it's like eroticism, you have to be erotic and you have to be mystical in the same way. Is how we survive. I think this that's the way I see the world. When I create something, I like to think it's like a life behind it. So I told you this is a journey because I was thinking about how I'm going to do these bodies, and in the week I came here, from Joshua Tree, you show me the Tom sketches, and I say, okay, I get it. This is going to be the sequences of the bodies loving each other, and this is the end. It's like when they finished his love and became one. It was like a metamorphosis love in a way. I like to think about it in that way.
Have you always been of that nature, as far as your vantage point about life?
Yes. I think when you grow, I came from a tiny island from Colombia, Buenaventura.
And what island?
Buenaventura.
And how big is it?
It's like good adventure, but it's Buenaventura, all the work together. And it's I remember when I was a kid.
But is it 10 miles wide or?
Yeah, it's not big, but it's surrounded by a lot of mountains and trees. And
it's tropical.
It's tropical, subtropical, and we have the Pacific Ocean too. And it's beautiful because there is a moment when the ocean get down and you can go walk.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I have that inside me yet, thinking about this
So let me ask you a couple of questions.
Mhm.
One is, what has happened for you being here? Can you put it into words as far as a person and as an artist? Uh, because you told me in a previous conversation that you really felt like it was going to be difficult to go back to you couldn't go back to the way it was before because you're not the same person anymore.
Yes, yes. I think being here has been like a great experience, not just internal, it's like visceral, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Visceral and being in this house and know the stories. Being in the garden, especially because the garden is full of plants, and I love that. Um, have access to see the Tom's War, to see a lot of books about sexuality, which is what, oh my God, there is a lot. I can see all of these books in 3 months. You know what I mean? So I had to choose what I want from down here when I was, seeing some books.
So, what are you going to do with yourself when you go back to Argentina?
Try to think about to go anywhere. I like to still traveling. To have this experience of residence is nice because I told you to remember that this is my first
Right.
because I have been trying a lot. And it's nice because being in other places, like your body and your mind transform that's what I want to do, something different that I've been doing with my work. And that's what I do this, had to be especially in this place, created here
Mm-hmm.
with the elements around me.
So, what about your experiences with other artists here? Has that been special?
Yeah. I have learned a lot about Ash, Sam actually.
And Sam was a previous artist in residence,
Yeah,
which people can see his exit interview on YouTube or on our website.
yeah.
And you've stayed connected with him after he's left.
Yeah,
Right?
because he showed me a perspectives about sets that I didn't know, about the feasting and about, a lot of stuff that I maybe not into it. And he give me another perspectives, with his short film, with he's not finished yet. And I asked him, please put in Spanish too for people like us in South America,
Mhm.
and to learn too about this because it's good to know it.
You might even get into it.
I don't know. I don't know.
So you're going to be gone when they have next month. They're having a seminar here on fist fucking.
Yes.
So in regards to anything you want to communicate with the public who are going to be watching this and they're going to be seeing some of your art, what is the essence in how do you identify with your characters in your art? They tend to be of mulatto or black ethnicity, and what does that mean for you? And yeah.
Yeah, there's like two questions. There's the first, I'm going to respond at the end, and I'm going to respond you the last
Okay.
one. That I feel this need to. There is of course a connection with my art because the color of my skin, and sometimes when you grow up being gay and you see all of these movies, and you don't see like people with my color, and I like to see more, like even in the art in the museum. So I say I'm going to start make my guys with my colors, because it's the way I feel represented. Now is an important moment in the art, like you can see different, bodies, and not only about color, about the shapes of the body, and that's beautiful, because there is no one or two, so you can imagine another bodies. So, and I think too that part of my work have this intersection between the body and the nature. Sometimes they are together, like the same entity. And the first question about how can I tell to the people, is being keep on trying, and you have to be very honest with you what you're doing, and try to be yourself, not to copy everything. Just follow your heart, because now in this era with communication, you have this a lot of inputs, like this is what you have to do to live in art or whatever, and you keep, you say sometimes, because that happened to me. Well, I am doing good things, maybe, I don't know, but there was a moment I say, no, this is me, I'm going to keep on doing this, because it's your essence, and nobody can change that. And sometimes you have to feel like in an island, alone, doing your thing. But I think the people keep doing.
I hope that you coming here has given you the sensibility that you're not alone, and that there's this amazing international family of queers that all are expressing themselves in different ways creatively, but you're part of that family.
Yeah, and I'll be thankful about that.
Yeah. Great.
Okay.
Anything you want to say in closing?
I'd like to say thanks to you, and all the people who is the soul of the house too, because it have been, it's important. I think the people is the soul of the places, and I really love the experience being here, and I learned a lot, and I have a lot of questions in my head, which is nice, like good question, of course. Always questioning is nice. So,
are you going to share those questions at some point with me or not?
No, because sometimes it's like a long question that sometimes I can answer when I get to my place, and I can see and I think, okay, I get it, I have to do this, it's strange. It's like the meaning. Sometimes this is my point of view about the art. Sometimes you can find the meaning in the right moment you are doing it, because you don't have to, and sometimes require time to realize that,
Yes,
like,
it does.
sometimes you don't know it, and that's beautiful when you don't know where the image come from. Maybe it's,
Xiao Bing was saying to me that when he was doing this coffee table, he didn't know what he was doing, and he was just putting things and laying things down as he painted, and then when he had finished it, and then a friend of his came over, and he looked at it, and immediately he says, "That's the Tom House."
Yeah, and I think this is a thing that when you are doing or you are creating, I think there is a moment when you lose in it.
Yes.
It's like
you lose yourself as far as being separate from it.
And that's beautiful, because it's like a kind of mantra.
Yeah.
And then when you finish, and then you can look and you say, oh, where did this come from? Which is nice, maybe I can figure it out in 1 year or 2 years, but.
So one thing that I've given you is rhubarb. And which is a northern vegetable or fruit, I don't know which it is, but I'm glad that I shared it with you.
Yeah, that was nice.
And that I just want to tell you that it's been very much our honor. You are a very amazing soul, and you share your love and your creativity very openly, and it's really a pleasure to witness it.
The pleasure is mine, and thanks to you for welcoming me here.
I yeah, this committee, and they just keep on picking the gems.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks to you.
Okay.